Welcome to the next round of the Link to the Past Randomizer Fall Tournament 2017. We've got a quad race going for you, two races with each other. dragonc0 versus iamtheschwarz and TripleZed versus gamercal. I'm the Shades, and I'm joined by my good friend, Phantom Ryu. Ryu, how we doing, man?
Doing about as well as can be expected. This is going to be a somebody's dream if you have ADD. We got 4 races going on. Now, luckily, they are playing the same seed, so for tracking and commentary purposes, we don't have to be completely ADD tonight, but it always helps.
Indeed, indeed. Starting off, Dragon and gamercal heading to Uncle, TripleZed not too far behind. It looks like Schwartz is going to start set up the houlihan room.
This is a strategy I've seen a lot more people employing recently. We just got 3 bombs for the Uncle. Nobody's going to really care about that. But iamtheschwarz going to drop down into the houlihan room. It's kind of a safety, get you started on whatever you're going to need for Zora, if you need to do Zora, plus you're guaranteed to have enough rupees to buy bombs if you don't find any early in the game. And the locations that are open this early in the game, bombs are basically required.
Indeed, and we found the bug net hiding in the sanctuary chest. And
that's it, Aghanim required.
Yep, calling it now, folks. And Schwartz made a little bit of an error setting up the houlihan room. Did not go into the cave to set up the source, but he gets it right on the second try, so he's getting his money. Meanwhile, it looks like everyone else is pretty much heading up to the forest or Kakariko. We might be seeing a lumberjack check here in a second.
Yeah, always, it's not so much of the percentage that something's going to be there. It's more of the knowledge, because that can supremely inform your route through the game. If you know early that Aghanim's going to be required, that changes the way you route the game significantly.
Absolutely. So we're going to find out. Lumberjack's hiding. Looked like a bomb upgrade from what I can tell. So probably not going to be seeing too much time in there.
Couldn't quite tell, but I'll trust you on that, because I have been known to look at a triple bomb cluster and go, or the flute, and think it was a triple bomb cluster, and that has hurt me before. So
yeah, it's understandable sometimes. And we also got a green potion in the forest cave. So it's easy, early sick kid. That's always good to get out of the way.
Green goo, aka I want a Mountain Dew. Okay.
Now, Zed going to be heading into Blind's hut, and thankfully you got those bombs earlier, so he'll be able to check out everything that this cave, this little hut has to offer. Let's see what we got starting off. Blue mail early on. That's always nice. And the bow!
Oh! Impressive. Most
Very
impressive.
I
I expect we're going to see a map check very soon by TripleZed once he gets out of here. Because now that you got the bow this early in the game, that's really the only required item to beat Eastern Palace. Obviously, he'd prefer to have a sword or some other weapon, but if it is a crystal dungeon, that will probably be the first stop.
That makes sense to me, but yeah, and I think someone's already got a map check, because I see both Eastern and Tower of Hera have crystals on the tracker. So maybe we've already seen that from somebody, but don't know what Desert has. But let's see what's hiding in the well. Not much so far. Just a narrow upgrade in the back. And let's see. What do we got here? We've got more bombs. More bombs. And a piece of heart.
Dark Magician, where are you? That's like the 5th set of bombs that we've found so far. I think Dark Magician did this one as a plan, though.
It's like I always say, enough bombs to start a Michael Bay movie.
And sometimes it's enough to start an entire series, I think was what we thought about earlier. So TripleZed going back in, getting himself enough rupees to be able to buy whatever the bottle vendor's selling today.
Makes sense. Better to get it down and out of the way. It's not that hard to rack up enough rupees for that. And you never know. I've seen that vendor have plenty of good items from time to time, though only a piece of heart in this case.
Just a piece of fart.
Got a very quick map check there from TripleZed. I didn't quite see much, but I think I did confirm Tower of Hera does indeed have a crystal.
Yeah, I think we got crystals in all 3 Light World dungeons, so... Very interesting to see. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, it could be interesting to see what pendant dungeons are in the Dark World, because, you know, even though you would think, hey, Turtle Rock Pendant, don't have to do it. Not with this logic.
No, not at all. Not at all. We'll have the flippers in Turtle Rock so that you can get the boots in Skull Woods to be able to finish Desert Palace. And by the way, Turtle Rock and Swamp will both be pendant dungeons.
Yep, that's how it works. That's the V26 logic for you. It likes to mess with you.
I dig it. There, Dragon. It is the Book of Mudora. He will definitely be getting that.
Always good to have that on hand. Big heart in the library, so maybe we'll be picking that up, but I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't count on it.
Might consider getting it if boots were in Kakariko, but probably not now.
But with the Book of Mudora on hand, that means they can check the tablets later, and of course, there's always that potential for a pedestal check. That's always exciting.
Little hype.
So right now, all of our runners are pretty much on the same path, but I'm pretty sure we're going to start seeing some serious divergence here in a little bit, because this is where they start splitting up usually.
Somebody might want to... We've already seen most of our runners go down into Castle Sewers. Some of them might venture into the lower part of the castle dungeon. And as we see, Dragon is going to head down to the swamp, and he has 11 bombs, so he'll probably be heading to Mini Moldorm Cave as well. And then he may make a beeline for Desert, since he's over here, but he won't be able to complete it. Probably the smart move right now is Eastern, if our runners can find some arrows.
Well, the arrows aren't too hard to find. They already have, some of them already have at least a few. What they really would prefer to find is the lamp, so they don't have to worry about the dark rooms as much. I mean, they can. I'm sure these runners could do it, but having that lamp just makes it a little easier.
We got the Power Glove in the drained swamp, so a soggy Power Glove. It's so bad and it's wet.
Yeah, that's an interesting find though. So this is sending them in several directions here. Now Desert is looking a lot better. Again, if they find a fire source, you know, both Desert and Eastern are completable.
Correct. Gamercal gonna open up Sahasrala's closet here. He's gonna find the hook shot
and ice rod.
Ice rod and
wow.
more bombs. Dark Magician, where are you? Bombs everywhere, man.
Yeah, Moldorm Cave. Let's see. Money. There's another bottle. I think there's a fairy in there. Moon Pearl! Wow.
Odds at this point of Aghanim being required are very, very low.
Yeah.
We got Power Glove, we got Moon Pearl.
All they need is a hammer, and I think Gamercal is going to be finding out if it's there soon, because he's heading Eastern.
And he has the hook shot, which can, if not kill enemies, can certainly stun them and allow them to pass through them unfazed. It will kill some enemies right out, however. Somebody in the chat says, this isn't right. What controlled them now? Oh, my friend, let me tell you. Let me tell you of all the myriad ways in which this seed could still continue to troll our runners.
Yes, trust me, folks. It may look like they got a jet seed going, but it can slow down to a crawl at any minute. And there's the lamp in the Waterfall of Wishing.
But note that is technically a sequence break, because Dragon C0 is using the Jesus Walk glitch, from fake flippers. So the flippers are out there somewhere and in the logic before the lamp. Now, that could be a huge sequence break, or it could be leading him in the wrong direction. Who knows?
Indeed. TripleZed finding the Fisher-Price sword hiding in the Ice Rod Cave, so he's the first one to get a sword in this run. But let's see what our other runners find. Eastern only coming up with a piece to heart so far.
Yeah, saying gamercal not finding much in Eastern, but I do know that gamercal will have no problem navigating the dark rooms here in Eastern, so I do suspect he will perform a full clear of this dungeon.
Makes sense to me. Again, it's Crystal Dungeon, so, but again, we don't know, because we know where the lamp is and we don't have the flippers yet, this is a full sequence break, so the logic is not prepared for this.
Right,
So
and sometimes sorry to interrupt, but sometimes sequence breaks can really help you complete the seed faster. Other times they may either be completely irrelevant or send you in the wrong direction. Whereas if you'd followed the logic, you might have been able to complete it sooner. So we won't know at this point, but obviously our runners are making the decisions here that I'm taking the chance that the sequence break is going to be a time saver for me.
Seems to be heading that way. There's the vanilla big key. So, not surprised there, considering they hadn't found it yet. dragonc0 picking up his items from Sir Hassela's closet. So, most of them are pretty evened up at this point. But again, this can change very quickly, depending on what gambles these runners decide to play.
And remember, we have no idea what the configuration of pendants and crystals in the Dark World is. Nor do we know the medallions required to enter Turtle Rock and Misery Mire, if they're required. This could still be extremely trolly or extremely linear. We shall see.
Indeed, and they found gamercal finding the map in the big chest, which means the Armos Knights have the last item. So time to full clear this dungeon.
gamercal is... Oh, he made it through. That is the most difficult room that he was just in. It is the room where you have to kill the Igor to advance. In the dark, it is much more difficult, and maybe even much more difficult in gamercal's situation, because he doesn't have the sword to charge up and get those nice little sparklies on the end of the sword that he can see. So using the hook shot to kind of figure out his position on the screen, very nicely done by gamercal.
That's how you know these are some of our top runners in this race here. These guys know what they're doing. They know how to progress through these rooms. They know all the tricks. So that's why these guys are in this main tournament fighting for their survival. All right. Let's see what's going on. I think gamercal's coming up on the Armos Knights here shortly.
Okay, I think I'm back. Are we all good here?
Yeah, I think it was on there. It wasn't on our end because I was having some troubles myself. But looks like the Armos Knights have been taken out because gamercal's moving on. Don't know what item he picked up there, unfortunately.
About to find out though from Schwartz, I think.
Yeah, I think Schwartz is going to let us know here in just a moment. Meanwhile, dragonc0 and TripleZed also making their way through Eastern, so they're all going on a very similar path here. We'll see where that leads them.
Based on the items they found right now, I can't imagine I would play it any other way, but also remember there's a reason I'm not in the tournament.
Trust me, don't feel too bad. I didn't even try because I know my skills. So let's see what we've got here. Schwartz defeats the last one and just 20 rupees.
2 hands. No idea the origin of that joke, but I still think it's hilarious.
Hey, go with what works. Meanwhile, gamercal picking up his power glove and going to be checking Mini Muldorm Cave here shortly. Not going to find much there, but if he goes to the Ice Rod Cave, he'll be picking up his sword.
See if gamercal decides to make that trek up there without the boots. It is rather a long trek without the boots. And remember, gamercal has not yet found the Moon Pearl either, so he may decide to fake Flipper up to Zora's Realm and forego Ice Rod Cave.
That is true, because he's about to pick up his Moon Pearl here in just a sec. There he goes. Let's see what he does with that. Meanwhile, it looks like Schwartz is also heading to this dam. He's going to pick up his power glove. Let's see if that sends him in a different direction.
Nicely done there by iamtheschwarz, using the hook shot to pull himself towards that treasure chest so that he doesn't have to make two entrances in and out of the swamp. Or the dam.
Yeah, very, very nice little save there, speed tactic. There's a lot of tricks you can do with those blocks while you're pushing them. I've mentioned this before. You can use the mirror to make them disappear. You can use your hook shot or fire rod to shoot through them to save yourself some time with torches or to get through them much quicker without having to move stuff around. It's very good time save if you know how to pull it off.
Okay, so gamercal looks like he is absolutely going to pick up his sword here. Meaning he will now have a source of unlimited attack power as opposed to, the bow or the hook shot is nice. It'll kill some enemies, but if you have to kill something, everything else is going to use some kind of ammunition, whether it's magic or ammo.
Yeah, but I do agree with Fluffy Mittens in the chat. It's pretty clear at this point that the progression is pointing them to desert. That seems to be the only place they can go at this point, given what they have.
That's true, and the logic may be requiring them to double dip into Eastern, because remember, the flippers are likely in Eastern, because then that would lead to Zora's Domain and the lamp, which would then lead you into Eastern.
Yeah, because at this point, either that or double dip into desert, I think, might be more of the possibility, because we full cleared Eastern, and we didn't find anything specific. But I do agree that there was probably a need to double dip, but thankfully they didn't have to do that. dragonc0 checking out Back of Escape, not finding anything of importance yet, but there's still that one chest in the dark room. Thankfully, he has his lamp, so while this is still a secrets break, he can at least get to it without too much trouble.
gamercal is fake flippering. See if he checks Lake Hylia Island. I have not seen what is on Lake Hylia Island. It is just 50 rupees. I surmise gamercal will run up here, check Hobo. I'm almost positive he can take care of that pixel-perfect jump back into fake flippers, and then I gotta believe he's headed up to Waterfall of Wishing.
And once he picks up his lamp, I think desert will be his next play. I'm calling it now. It's either in Agadas Cave or in desert itself, but the flippers are in the desert area.
gamercal, perfect jump back into fake flippers. He's about to go grab his lamp, and he'll probably head on to desert as well.
Ooh, Dragon heading into Death Mountain instead. Not going to make the play on desert. Figures he's got the lamp. Let's just go up to Death Mountain and see what I can find.
When you really think about it, desert only has 2 items, 3 if you count Agadas Cave. He'll get 1 item from the old man, and he'll be able to get 1 item in the Spectacle Rock Cave. So it's 3 versus 2 when you really think about it.
More than that, my friend. He has. If he gets the mirror, he'll definitely open up a lot more than that, because yeah, he's also got the hook shot, so we can get him to Upper Death Mountain and go to the east side.
That's right.
Actually, wait.
He can go there now and get its 7 items on East Death Mountain.
I was thinking about that. Yeah, so he's got hook shots. So yeah, he can check East Death Mountain. Ooh. So in terms of potential, Dragon making the right call here, checking Death Mountain. Let's see if that pays off. There's the validation error on Spectacle Rock.
So TripleZed did pick up the hammer in Castle Sewer's life lesson from Zora, but TripleZed has
and
the
flippers
hammer.
and TripleZed finding flippers in the castle too.
Wow.
How did they miss that so quickly? So now he is back on the logic at this point. Because now he technically could go to the Waterfall of Wishing and get the lamp and everything else in between. So yeah, he's back on track.
I have not seen Castle Dungeon be so loaded in a very, very long time.
Indeed, Schwartz is now making the play on Desert. We'll see what that... Oh, Silver's on Death Mountain. See what else he finds here as we continue on.
gamercal found in Escape Sewers, but don't believe it was much. There's Big Love. There's 20 rupees. There's more Big Love.
Nice healthy cave there, but... Oh, and Red Meringue.
So lots of love, but no big help there.
No, again, I'm you know, now that we know Castle is the big money play right now, that would seem to be where they need to go. And then, of course, from there, Desert's probably where it's at this point.
So I am the Schwartz is moving through Desert. Seen anything else, but you still got the right side over here, the Vanilla Compass room. 2 items possible over here now as well.
Indeed. So this is getting interesting so far, seeing this divergence. I think it was only $50 on the floating island there in Death Mountain, so he's powder!
And remember, with the powder plus the hammer, that opens up the Batman.
Yes, we can find out what's hiding in the Bat Cave tonight. I've seen that come back to play. If the logic's leading you to something, it's always a good idea to check it just to be safe, because sometimes that's where it wants you to find something.
dragonc0 heading to see what is in Spiral Cave, and it's just +5 bombs.
Yep, and TripleZed heading around. Oh, TripleZed making the play to the Dark World.
He's the only one of our runners that has the hammer at this point, so I can't blame him at all.
I'm gonna map check. It looks like Thieves Town has
Crystal,
green.
Yeah, Crystal 5 at Skull Woods.
And we had green pendant in Thieves Town, blue pendant in Swamp, red pendant in Pod. So we have Mire, we have Turtle Rock.
That may be one of the worst configurations as far as for dungeons that nobody wants to do that you could possibly get. They have to do Turtle Rock, they have to do Ice Palace, they have to do Misery Mire.
And worse yet, like I said earlier, it's a good bet that Thieves Town, Swamp, and Pod are going to have items in them. Because it happens every time.
Almost certainly. There in the Dark World for TripleZed. He is our only runner that has made it to the Dark World. Schwartz has found the hammer. Dragon has found the hammer. We'll see where they go after this. gamercal is in Desert, where Schwartz has already been. Not going to find... He'll find the powder, but not much more. gamercal... Interesting. gamercal is going to go ahead and he's going to go ahead and kill the boss. That's right, Schwartz had not found the lamp yet, so gamercal can go ahead and fight Landmalus.
Yeah, but it looks like gamercal did not pick up the powder, so he's going to have to go back and check that room to get that. But nonetheless, and in the meantime, it looks like TripleZed's heading to the digging game.
What will Alec Baldwin have for our runners today? I am the Schwartz is going to head direct. Looks like he's going to head directly to Hype Cave. Just 5 rupees as the prize for digging game.
Now, I would normally say to get your hype in Chad, but considering how the Logic has played this cave, I want to wait until we actually see some hype before we call for it.
Version 26 and Hype Cave do not get along very well. There's 20 rupees, and we have piece of fart, 20 rupees, piece of fart.
Trash cave!
Well, lots of love. It was very loving.
And while we were doing that, TripleZed got the mushroom from Stumpy. And gamercal finishing off Land Molus and Desert Pals. Didn't see what item he got from that, or if he got anything at all. Might have just been the compass. But he's gonna head back in, check the right side, and probably pick up his powder. While TripleZed is now heading to the Love Cave.
Tunnel of Love. gamercal is in fact going back to Desert Palace, as you just mentioned. He will get his powder over here. Stumpy telling Dragon there is a fungus among us. iamtheschwarz about to be completely disappointed in the digging game. Meanwhile, TripleZed is heading over to areas heretofore unseen in this seed.
Yeah, I know he's done a map check, so he knows Pod is a pendant dungeon, so he's probably going to check Pyramid and then Catfish.
That Pod and Swamp are both pendants because Pod has 5 unique items, Swamp has 6. So the odds of there being a required item over there, pretty good.
And I've seen it plenty of times. Pod and Swamp tend to be big payouts, so I would not be surprised if that's the case. And
that it is the flute on the pyramid.
Whoa, that's a sneaky spot to hide it, especially since this is not an Aghanim required seed. They're gonna have to go out of their way to find that.
Yep, and that is going to be a required item because Misery Mire is a crystal dungeon. It is the only way that the flute can be a required item to beat the game.
Yep, so that was a good call there by TripleZed. Let's see if that luck continues for him. And meanwhile, it looks like Dragon's heading off to. Actually, no, where is he going? Oh, he didn't stop by the bottle vendor earlier. He's going to check that and find a disappointment waiting for him.
Absolutely. TripleZed looks like he's going to head over to Catfish. Can't say I blame him.
Like I said, that's usually the routing choice that a lot of these runners make, is they hit Pyramid and then they hit Catfish. And if they haven't already, they'll check Zora and Waterfall if they have the mirror for it. So this is probably the right play to make. Let's see if the Catfish pays off.
gamercal finally heading up to Death Mountain. Just 20 rupees from the bottom feeder fish.
Yeah, and TripleZed says, nope, no sir, I noping right on out of there.
Nope on a rope. Like Schwartz is probably about to go get his life lesson from Zora here. I don't remember what was on the ledge, but clearly it wasn't important enough for gamercal to get it earlier.
No, and Dragon now into Skull Woods. Interesting to make a play there, but a couple good items there, and if he happens to find the fire rod there, you can full clear it, so maybe not a bad call. We'll see.
Well, there's one of only 2 items in Skull Woods, and that's $20, so maybe not quite what Dragon was hoping for.
Indeed, and TripleZed now, everyone rise for the national anthem of the Link to the Past randomizer. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I can safely say the goose is loose!
Yes, I did make a mistake earlier. Yes, if a progression item is in either Checkerboard Cave or the cave right next to Misery Mire, yes. So if Misery Mire area is required, that's the only way flute is required.
Alright, so TripleZed now heading to Agonist Cave. Probably going to also check Desert. We got a lot of people heading into similar directions here. Didn't see it was a bumper cave, but it must not have been anything important because Dragon turned right around. So while we're in this kind of position where we don't really have much we haven't seen already, I want to take this opportunity to remind you guys, if you guys enjoying these runners, make sure you give all of them a follow on Twitch. dragonc0, iamtheschwarz, TripleZed, and gamercal. Definitely give them a follow. And of course, big shout out to our tracker, Sidariel. Awesome group of guys. And of course, a big shout out to this guy over here, Phantom Ryu, my co-commentator. Awesome guy to work with.
Thank you, sir. Alright, so Schwartz going to make the play on Pod, which, as we discussed earlier, not at all a bad move, considering both this version of the logic and considering that it has 5 unique items, and he has both the bow and the hammer and technically the lamp. And so he can full clear this dungeon.
Well, not technically that. He's got the flippers too, so technically he's doing this in sequence. So yeah, he's got everything he needs.
Well, I was just saying that the logic will not force you to do dark rooms, so technically the logic requires the lamp for Palace of Darkness. Although iamtheschwarz may not need the lamp to complete Palace of Darkness.
That's true. It depends on what items are in the chest. Early big key, nice.
Dragon walks past, does not check Bumper Cave. I don't know if he checked it already. But...
He did. I saw him walk by. I saw him check it earlier.
Okay.
So I think he's getting ready to check probably Catfish/Pyramid because where he's going right now.
Got to see what is in the Palace of Darkness. Schwartz almost certainly going to full clear this dungeon. Obviously, he'll likely be counting his items. However, given this logic, given the fact that no one knows yet if this is going to be a pedestal required seed, he may do a full clear anyway. That's a huge gamble, but it's not entirely impossible.
Plus, if it ends up paying off for him, that would give him a huge advantage. And trust me, folks, I've seen blind pedestal pulls turn out to be a good call. So you never know. That's the motto of this game. You never know.
Right.
With runners as good as these, it does actually the true test of this comes down to what gambles do you make and which ones pay off. Most of the time. What risks are you willing to take?
This town, Pod, and Swamp are pendant dungeons, which means Fire Rod could be on the pedestal, Boots could be on the pedestal, any of the 3 medallions could be on the pedestal, Cane of Samaria could be on the pedestal. So, for all of you pedestal required hype folks, possibilities are looking okay for you right now.
Yeah, the potential is high. So we'll see how that changes as we go on here. And it looks like Dragon now going to be picking up his flute shortly. He's on the pyramid. Meanwhile, TripleZed and gamercal searching through Death Mountain, picking up all their items. And I think Zed, yep, he's going to check the tablet.
Answer a question in the chat. So dragonc0 is racing against iamtheschwarz. TripleZed is racing against gamercal. They are all racing the same seed, but the top and the bottom have no relation to each other.
Yeah, and only a little piece of love on the Ether tablet, so they're not going to be coming back for that one. But they're TripleZed, and I'm pretty sure gamercal both going to be making the play on Tower of Hera at this point.
Has 3 unique items. It's a crystal dungeon. You're already up here. Why not?
Makes sense to me. And I don't think we've seen Schwartz find anything just yet in Pod. But we'll see if he finds something soon. There's triple bombs, so not much here. Meanwhile, Dragon picking up his swag duck.
How many triple bombs have we seen so far?
Like we said, enough to start a Michael Bay film franchise. Ooh, Master Sword! And Bombos!
Swirly coin! So Dragon is going to go check Witch, going to do his drug deal here. Shrooms for an item. We'll see how that works out. And then the Witch, the drug deal yields just an arrow upgrade. Not thrilling, not nice.
But not the absolute worst either. Let's be fair. Half
Ooh,
magic
half
and pod.
magic.
So pod, not progression-wise, isn't paying out much, but in terms of good items, they're finding stuff. And there's the compass. So I think, yep, they got the compass in the map. So that probably means Helmsar King has the last item.
Imagine at this point, since he's here, Schwartz is probably going to go ahead and head down there.
He's got the means to clear it. Helmsar King's got an item. You might as well just go for it. But we'll see. Meanwhile, TripleZed now taking on Trolldorm. Yes, we know he's called Moldorm, but we call him Trolldorm for a reason. If you played this game, you know why.
Storm, no trolling.
Cutting a little close there. You definitely do not want to fall in that middle hole, because that's a double fall. And gamercal right on his heels, also taking on Trolldorm himself. So we got a little bit of sync here, a little high five action.
High five, and there goes TripleZed. TripleZed goes down the hole.
gamercal high fived him so hard, knocked him off the ledge.
That's right, gamercal. It's all your fault.
And on top of that, he kill steals because he took out Moldorm first. Gets a map first troubles.
Not count the items there in Hera. Are they going to need to go to the basement? Do not know.
We'll know in a minute if he goes back in.
Yep. Saw one, but I did not see two.
Nope, and I don't think they did either because they're heading back in. He's heading back in, so we're gonna be seeing a basement run.
Let's see if see which of our runners uses the coffee break strats.
Looks
looks like gamercal is. Yep.
Setting it up. Let's see if he gets it. Yep, there he goes.
He does. Coffee break time. If gamercal needs to get a cup of coffee, hit the latrine, whatever, he can do that now.
Yes. Because while he's standing on those blue pegs, he's invincible. The tiles can hit him all they want, but they're not going to do any harm.
We have 3 of our 4 runners in Tower of Hera. I am the Schwartz, about to take out the Helmsar King. Interestingly enough, Schwartz is our only runner, I think, that does not have the silver arrows because he has not been up to Death Mountain.
Yeah, how unfortunate. That's going to come back to haunt him later, I'm sure. So he's going to have to use Master Sword strat. No, he's going for arrows because it's a little easier to hit those, and you can just tank away at it.
Yeah, particularly when Helmsar King is using his tail attack. I completely missed what item was down there in Tower of Hera because I was watching.
It's always hard to keep track. Looks like it was a full heart there from Helmsar King.
10 arrows, says
10
the
arrows,
chat.
so waste of time. Yep, there it is.
This gets a... which may or may not be incredibly significant. We have a lot more intel to gather on the item distribution in this seed. And his early play on a pendant dungeon may turn out to be incredibly prescient.
Hopefully these guys find the mirror before completing Skull Wood, so one of them, and if they do, one of them might be inclined to do a pedestal check.
They do not have the mirror, so it would be tough. Alright, I thought maybe gamercal would run up there, but he won't.
No, he's going to the dark world here. Like I said, that's why I said I hope they find the mirror before they complete Skull Woods, because then they'll be inclined to do it. But otherwise, yeah, they're probably not going to, unless they go forever and finally realize, this might be a pedestal required seed.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't terribly paying attention there. This old man's had a long week.
It's all right, man. I got you back. But yeah, it looks like gamercal heading to Skull Woods. Schwartz heading to the pyramid, getting his flute. And Dragon had the pegs, but but somehow fell off of them. So now he's going to have to play a little game of dodge tile. Gotta dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Or in this case, dodge a tile.
or a wall master.
Oh, God.
I mean, I was just looking at gamercal, so, wall master comes into play here. A dragon just took a death. He does have a fairy, however.
I'm almost inclined to believe that was a death warp, but backfired on him because he was low on health, so he figured try to re-heal. But yeah, I forgot he had a fairy in a bottle.
Did not.
Yeah. TripleZed now making the play on Desert Palace. gamercal, I think, hasn't found all the items yet in Swamp, so he's still searching. Probably not going to find much, but then again, he's, we'll see how he plays this. He needs to find the fire rod before he can full clear Swamp. Or Skull. Yeah.
Good. One more item to check right here. Because remember, he did pick up the big key. But this is nice. So the Gyptos are frozen here for a minute, and by the time they come back to life, he's already pulled the statue in between them and him. Nice strategy there by gamercal.
Yep, only found a small key there, but still, nice to get that out of the way. He was quick enough with that statue that he was even able to avoid the wall master. I've seen a lot of runners get caught up by that thing. And Dragon checking Spike Cave.
This could be momentous. It's got blue goo. Ooh, this is gonna be close.
Oh, you're taking a big risk here, Dragon. If you pull this off, he's got enough health now. I think he'll be just fine.
Shot.
Is it worth it?
No.
No. Still, good setup there for Dragon, minting through that spike cave the way he did.
The hook shot there at the end was the key, but good play. Unfortunately, it didn't work out.
No, not at all. But hey, credit for trying. So now he's heading back to Desert. He's probably going to finish that up, just like TripleZed's doing now. So we'll have to see where we go from here.
Death Mountain.
He's gonna probably find those silver arrows and go, why couldn't I have found these sooner? I could have used these on the Helmisar King earlier.
Okay. Yeah, our runners are in a position now where they may be able to find, one of our runners has Bombos, that is Schwartz, because he found that in Pod. But we don't know what medallions are required for Misery Mire and Turtle Rock. So we definitely are going to need a medallion. We may need 2 medallions, depending on which ones are required. We need Arcana Samaria. Boots are not necessarily required, but you'd never want to run into Ganon's Tower and then find the key on the
torch.
On Bob's torch, yeah.
Yeah.
The only other time you would be boot locked, because we've already found the hook shot, would be to enter Misery Mire. But they have the hook shot, or in Desert Palace, but Desert Palace is already completable without the boots. You see the $20 on the torch there, not boot locked.
Yep. gamercal now working through Thieves Town. I don't think we've seen a play on Thieves Town yet, at least not a big one.
We have not.
So this is where I said this, check those pendant dungeons, even if they're pendants. a lot of times the logic likes to troll you by putting items, like the big items you need, in those dungeons. So it's always a good idea to at least just check some of the chests in there to see what you find.
So, and some runners will just run into Thieves Town here. Now, this is a strategy I've not seen in this version of the logic as often, but some runners would run into Thieves Town, check these first 4 items, and then leave. I don't think gamercal's going to do that, knowing V26. There's the cape.
Not necessary, but nice to find.
Now that is 3 of Thieves Town's 4 items right up there in the front.
Question is, where's the 4th going to be hiding? Because most of them are either in the upstairs by the bombable hole, or downstairs, either the big chest or the maiden's chest. But odds are good that if it's not in the big chest, if it's in the big chest, that means probably one of those other 2 chests will have the big key, because he has not found that yet, as far as I can tell.
And Thieves Town, as Chat rightly pointed out, Thieves Town is the green pendant, so call it a 5th item.
Yes, because Sir Hassela may have something on him, and that's becoming a lot more common lately. I've seen plenty of runs recently where Sir Hassela had something of value. So it's definitely not a bad idea to check that.
Heading on into Landmala's, but the iamtheschwarz is in Hera. TripleZed is he's fluting away now. So at the moment, gamercal is the only runner in an area where we haven't seen already.
Yeah, gamercal finding the compass in the chest upstairs, which probably means that either the main chest or blind has the big key, and I'm pretty sure gamercal is praying beyond hope that it's in the maiden's treasure chest. Because if not, that means he's going to have to run back downstairs to check the big chest.
TripleZed is heading into Batman here.
Ooh, this could be interesting. Let's see if this. Let's see.
Somebody's already been there, and it wasn't much.
I don't recall seeing it played yet, but we'll see. Nope, just $50.
I believe another shout out to Fluffy Mittens in the chat. I think this is correct that Mitts could be on pedestal.
Let's see. Swamp Palace doesn't need it. Thieves Town obviously doesn't need it. And Pod certainly, yeah, it's possible. This is getting more interesting by the minute, and they actually did find the big key. gamercal did actually have the big key, so check the big chest, only finding $20, and I think that means that blind has the map. So yeah.
And the big key will always be found in one of those first 4 chests in Thieves Town. So,
oh yeah, good point.
Time for a change of clothes. So the red male is on the pedestal. Pedestal hype is dead. We will not see a pedestal pull, unfortunately.
Aww.
Womp 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 womp.
Oh.
And that sound was the sound of all 730 plus of our viewers crying in unison at the pedestal dream being dead.
Yes, and then suddenly silenced.
I did not see what item blind dropped, but we're pretty sure it was the map.
Yeah, like I said, that's the only thing he hadn't found yet, so not much there. But, like you said, green pendant, could go check Sir Hassela, could find something there, but he has not found the flute yet, so he's going to have to take the long walk over that way. Especially since they still don't have the mirror.
So Dragon's about to find his worth over in Steve's Town, or excuse me, Pod. But gamercal heading to a place that we know is going to be extraordinarily disappointing.
Yeah. And
Dragon does not have a sword. That is a good point that chat just brought up.
he will find one in Pod, but yeah, he did not go to Ice Rod Cave, so Schwartz now checking the Ether tablet. We know that's a disappointment. Just a little piece of love there. However, we have not seen anything from the Bombos tablet. That could still hold something. But we're going to need the mirror to check that.
So we've seen Stumpy. We know what Stumpy is. Schwartz. So right now, all of our runners are in places where we have intel. This is a good time to remind everybody to follow Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 2 and 3 and 4 here on Twitch for all of your 2017 Link to the Past randomizer tournament action. But wait, there's more! Because over on Randomizer Mania channels 1 through 4, we have our secondary Link to the Past randomizer tournament going on as well. If you like randomizer, chances are you're going to find it on one of those channels. So follow them today. And as a matter of fact, while you're following people, you might as well follow our runners here today. All right, dragonc0, I am the Schwartz, gamercal, and TripleZed, all putting in work for you, all for your entertainment. Are you not entertained? Ladies and gentlemen, give them a follow here on Twitch.
Absolutely, absolutely. And with all of this randomizer action, I know what you're thinking. How am I supposed to keep up with all this? What if I miss a run? Well, don't worry. Twitch has the VOD saved all the time. And of course, there's the Speed Gaming YouTube channel that is uploading VODs of these races all the time. I follow it. That's how I keep up with a lot of these races. So definitely check that out as well in case you miss anything, because there's a lot to check out.
Let me just shout out to chat here, and I'm going to toot our own horns here, Shades. We weren't reading from anything, so just so you know, that was completely off the top of our heads. It's because we're professionals.
Yeah, that's just how good we are.
So gamercal is going to finally find his flute right here. That was a lot of F's in one sentence there.
Gotta love that alliteration, right?
Yes, absolutely. So one of our runners got to go to someplace we haven't seen yet. I gotta imagine iamtheschwarz is going to be taking his chances here on Batman. He's going to find his $50 and wonder why he wasted his time.
So now begs the question, where do they go from here? Because they can do, we know Pod doesn't have anything progression-wise except for maybe the Bombos tablet. They can't do Swamp. They can't do Swamp Palace because they don't have the mirror. They can't do finish Skull Woods because they don't have the Fire Rod. Unless it's they can't do. I guess Ice Palace would have to be the play because they can't do Mire yet.
You need Titan's Mitts for Ice Palace.
Oh, that's right. So
yeah.
That means that whatever item we need to find is in the overworld. There's an overworld item we haven't checked yet because that's the only thing that would leave open one of these other dungeons up.
Oh, Uncle Sahasrara.
Yeah, he's got to have something because that's the only place we have not checked for certain, and he's got to have an item for at least one of these dungeons to open up. And as far as I know, the only person who can even check that is gamercal. And he's going into pods, so it's going to be a while.
Wow. This is a highly unusual distribution of items for this seed. That's why we're seeing all of our runners tread over the same ground here. Unfortunately, Dragon getting stuck there, realizing, oh my gosh, I don't have a key. Now I have the key, but now I got to walk upstairs some more.
He's going to take a death warp out of there, even though, yeah, you could just use the portal, and so, that works too. So now the question becomes, what does old Sahasrara have for us? Does he have the mitts? Does he have the fire rod? Does he have the cane? What's he hide?
Well, as Professor Chuckles in the chat pointed out, shovel, mirror, swamp, and Titan's Mitts and Swamp.
Our audience just loves to find the trolliest lines of progression when it comes to items, and I love it every time.
That's what they want to see. Somehow, it's like I've said when I'm running and when I'm commentating. What we want to see when we're watching and what you want when you're running the game are two completely opposite things.
It's so true. It is so true.
Bring on the pain. The chat is out for blood.
Well, I think we could say at this point, here comes the pain with the way these runners are having to go right now.
Very true. So, yeah, it's frustrating that we're just waiting on gamercal, because as of this moment, he is the only runner that can check Sahasrahla, which we believe is the only location we have left unchecked. But he's running through pod, and we're like, God, please, just go to Sahasrahla, man.
It's the exact same feeling I had last night when we were watching, because we had both runners. We knew where the last items they needed were, and they were not checking them. And we're like, just go! It's right there!
All right, Triple
Because
Z.
I remember... Yeah, go ahead.
TripleZed heading on into pod. Kiki the extortionist has now laid claim to the money of all four of our runners. 3 out of the 4 runners. Schwartz has yet to... No. Schwartz has completed pod, but he is now in Stevestown. See if he completes it or if he makes the mistake, only because we know what is left. If he makes the mistake of only trying to check the first 4 items. Because remember, 3 of the 4 are here in the first 4 items. And Schwartz, nope, looks like he's going to complete it because he's been playing version 26 along with all of the rest of us.
He knows better. Green pendant, check it.
That's right.
So let's see. We TripleZed also working on pod. Dragon up in Death Mountain. Where's he gonna go? This should be interesting. gamercal finishing up Helmassar King. Gonna get himself a bit of love there. Vanilla heart container from Helmassar. Now he's gonna have to restart to get back to the light world since he doesn't have the mirror. Will he make that play?
I'll see.
Oh, I think he left some items behind because he's going back in.
He did. He left the central item here. I don't believe that is anything special, because I believe Schwartz did the full clear. So
yeah, actually he missed several items because he only has the white sword, and I know he had that going in, so he did not get his master sword.
I mean the Fisher Price sword.
Yeah. I suddenly got Zelda 1 on the brain for some reason.
Not a bad game to have on the brain.
No, it's not. But I still prefer this one anyway. Oh yeah, there was a key in that chest upstairs, which he was going to need if he was going to check the rest of the rooms. So yeah, he left a lot of chests behind.
That's why Dr. Bob Tastic refers to pod as the mullet dungeon, because you're going to find all the keys in the front and all the good items in the back, so it's business in the front, party in the back.
And it looks like Dragon's making the play on Thieves Town now, so if he follows suit, he'll probably end up finding out what other Sahasrahla is hiding as well. Oh.
So all of our runners, we're getting here about the hour mark, and all of our runners have covered essentially the same territory.
Yeah, pretty much, which is interesting. Usually by now, there's a clear difference between our runners, but here, no, there's not much. They're going different ways about it, but they're all covering the same places.
And we have yet to find the mirror. We have yet to find Canis Samaria. We have no intel on what medallions are required for Turtle Rock and Misery Mire, and we have not found the Fire Rod. Because I'm from Alabama, and it's the Fire Rod. Far.
As a Southern boy myself, I can understand that. gamercal picking up his Bombos and Master Sword from Pod. Gonna check the rest of those items. Not gonna find much else there, but still, gonna make sure he full clears it. Schwartz taking out Blind. Very nicely done. Will he be the one to check Sir Hassela?
Let's see. We've just crossed the hour mark in this game, and it is still wide open in both of our races.
That is crazy. You know, it's anybody's race for any of our two races. Normally by this point, you start to see a clear indication of who's got the advantage, but here we are not seeing anything close to that. It's all coming down to who checks Sir Hassela. That's the only place we have not confirmed anything on. Whoever does that first is going to have the advantage.
gamercal going the wrong way to check Sahasrahla.
Schwartz is also going the wrong way. He went at the Dead Mountain. Oh wait, gamercal getting his flute. He didn't activate his flute. That's where he was going.
And that is the Hyrule National Anthem that has been playing.
So the goose is loose for gamercal now. Now, gamercal just got to do one thing: activate your flute and get over to Eastern.
Right.
He's not doing it.
Because I think that... Oh yeah, gamercal has not checked Batman yet. Okay, he's going to be disappointed. It's the Titan's Mitts! Schwartz finds the Titan's Mitts from Sahasrahla.
Aha! And he's heading over to check Meyer. I told you. I said it. I said it. Sir Hassela had something. So let's see what's... Yeah, he had to. And that was Quake from Misery Mire, so they do not have access to it yet.
The quest continues. Let us see. 2 items here. +5 bombs. Not what Schwartz wants. And 2 hams. Not what Schwartz wants either.
Yeah, and without the mirror, he can't check the checkerboard cave, so that was the bad call there, but it was worth a shot. I would say the call right now, Ice Palace. He's got Bombos. He's got the hammer.
I believe you're right.
My call would be Ice Palace. But that is not where Schwartz is going.
It's the one dungeon that I think most people will save until they absolutely have no other options.
Nobody likes Ice Palace. I don't blame them, but sometimes the logic is pointing you a certain direction. It's probably where you should be going. Every time this happens...
Okay, so Schwartz looks like he's probably heading Dark World Death Mountain. Not a bad call. He'll get his intel on what he needs for Turtle Rock. Obviously, he can't complete Turtle Rock without the Fire Rod, but he'll have access to Hookshot Cave. gamercal getting his mitts.
Probably a small part of him thinking, why didn't I check this sooner? But we'll see. Now he's going to check the Meyer area. Also going to be disappointed with what he finds there. So we're starting to see the pieces fall into place slowly but surely. Let's see what Dark Death Mountain has. Yeah, like we said, even if they have the medallion, even if it is Bombos for Turtle Rock, they can't go into it because they do not have the Canis Samaria. So at this point, Ice Palace is the play, without question.
And of our 2 races here, it looks like Schwartz and gamercal have
a significant lead on their opponents now because they have the Titan's Mitts, opening up a whole bunch of options for them. Their opponents lagging behind just a little bit. iamtheschwarz is going to go ahead and open Turtle Rock here so he doesn't have to do it later.
Makes sense. Knock it out of the way, but he's going to prep his hook shot. You know where he's going. He's going to the hook shot cave. 4 potential items in there. Could there be something big?
I don't recall there being anything really good on the floating island, so
No, I think it was like
there's
$50.
big love.
Let's see. Little love. And there's Quake.
All right, Meyer is accessible. So now I think the play is Meyer.
Probably where he's going to go. But first he's going to check, I believe, Super Bunny Cave. Get that knocked out. And we find some code red and a couple more hams. So yeah, now go ahead.
I was saying gamercal also opening up Turtle Rock. It's a little bit quicker later on when you have to come back. I mean, there's absolutely nothing they can do in Turtle Rock right now.
Nope, they can't even get into it without the Cane of Samaria. And there's only 2 places right now we think it could be, and that's either Ice Palace or Misery Mire. At least right now, that's the only 2 places they can go. So we'll see how that plays out. Schwartz now heading to the Spike Cave. Not going to be happy with what he finds there.
No, just the right play based on where he is.
Yeah, right play by where by location and his own internal logic, but wrong play based on what we know.
This version of the logic as well, they do have the Titan's Mitts, so they could go check. They could do the Froggy World Tour and then the Lunchbox.
Wouldn't they need? Oh yeah, they could do that using the reset setup.
Right, you no longer need the mirror for that because the follower will persist through a save and quit.
Yep, but Schwartz is making the gamble. He is going to Ice Palace.
Right. See if this is the right call. Man, Ice Palace without boots. Oh.
Never fun. Never fun at all. Also, as somebody who lives in the Florida area, the Ice Palace was also the name of one of the stadiums in our area, so kind of gives a double meaning for us here.
He's got 3 bottles. He has half magic, luckily, which means he just needs a single cast of Bombos to be able to destroy Cold Stare's ice shell. So that is extremely helpful because this is one of the worst dungeons to get stuck without magic or to die on the boss. It is the longest trek back.
It is never fun to have to go through that. So yeah, and he's got a magic refill now, so he is good to go for most of this dungeon. Thank the Lord for that. So let's see how he gets through the rest of this.
Dragon not going to get his mitts. That is going to come back and haunt him. He has the green pendant, but he is not going to go turn it in. And gamercal also making the play on Ice Palace. So Schwartz and gamercal both. They seem to both be pulling far ahead of their opponents. Now remember, Schwartz and gamercal are not racing against each other. They are racing against the folks on the left side of the screen. So they have a significant advantage right now over their opponents.
Indeed. Schwartz pulling off a nice bomb jump there. One of the most essential bomb jumps you'll probably ever have to do if you try to play this competitively. So very good that he got that off as easily as he did, and he's going to check downstairs to see what else this palace is hiding.
Nothing so far really in Ice Palace, but there are a lot of things that could be here that would open things up for us.
Indeed, indeed. Let's hope they find the big key soon enough so they can check the big chest if they haven't found it already. I don't know if they've seen that yet.
Now, as we look here, we know that our runners... Oh, Fisher-Price shield there for iamtheschwarz. I'm sure he'll be glad to have that. So we know our runners are not going to need the Ether Medallion. That is off the table. We know boots are not going to be required to beat this seed unless there's the 1 in 22 chance that the big key is on the torch in Ganon's tower. We lack Cana Samaria and Fire Rod for Go mode, but it's possible that we might need the mirror in case either of those are in Swamp Palace. So lots of potential for trolling still in this seed.
No kidding. And again, with this logic, the way it likes to play, that trolling is very, very possible. So.
Absolutely.
Oh, there's your Fire Rod!
There's the Worth in Ice Palace. I believe there's still one more item that could be here in Ice Palace. I believe they found 2. One more remains.
Yeah, I don't think they've checked the big chest yet. So that might be it. Either that or Cold Stare has it.
Some gamercal, a little bit of sync going on here. Very close.
I actually saw a neat little trick.
Go ahead.
Yep. I saw a neat little trick in that spike room where someone just ran towards the back wall and it helped them dodge all of the spikes. It got through really quickly that way. But nonetheless, now they're checking this room here is another chest. Plus, I love the setup for this. You know, you very big execution. You avoid one Stalfos, you get past the bunny beam, knock down the other Stalfos while you're getting the switch, and then pull the tongue on your way out so that you don't have to fight anything.
Hey.
Oh, there's the big key. So now we got to find out if the big chest is hiding the item or if Cold Stare has it, because they still haven't found the map yet. So one of those 2 locations will have either the map or the last item. Never mind, there's the map. Forgot about that chest. So there's 2 items left.
But only one of them will contain a unique item.
Yeah, the last one will be a small key. And that kind of leads me to believe it's going to be Cold Stare that has the item.
Worse than gamercal are basically they're pretty much in sync here. And there's that small key you were talking about. So Cold Stare will have the final item. What kind of worth will be on Cold Stare?
This is almost... I am... As Tim Curry once put it, I am quivering with anticipation.
Say it, say it, say it.
Patient.
Okay.
My daughter's loving that. So Schwartz working on Cold Stare now.
He said one Bombos will take care. Now he's got Master Sword on Cold Stare. Ouch! But he does have plenty of Fire Rod shots, so that's helpful.
And because of that, he was able to just have enough to clear him out, and he drops Ether.
No worth there. Fire Rod was big worth, however. So now our runners are going to be able to go back to Skull Woods, complete Skull Woods, and, well, what do you know? Ice Palace and Skull Woods are crystals 5 and 6. Is there going to be worth on Body Positivity Fairy today?
Indeed. Again, the logic will point you where it wants you to go. And if you've got the fire rod, you can complete both those dungeons. Now you know the big fairy is available. Maybe that's the logic telling you check that.
Gamercal just barely mistiming his Master Sword spin there. Cold Stare hits like a truck, regardless of what mail you have. But Gamercal with some of the best execution in this tournament, so...
Doesn't have too much trouble, takes out Cold Stare, gets his Ether Medallion, and Schwartz now on his way to finish up Skull Woods like we predicted.
Straight out to Skull Woods. I do not recall. I know they picked up at least one item in Skull Woods before, but I cannot recall if Skull Woods is still holding one more item.
Well, we'll find out soon enough, because Schwartz is heading up to the back end of Skull Woods. Question is, will he go straight to Mothula, or will he check the item first? He's going straight for Mothula.
That's the better play, because if Mothula drops an item, you know you don't have to take that trek around to that little chest that he just passed up.
And truth be told, if you do end up having to make that trek after all, it's not that bad. So... he's a little easier to catch up. Gets the full magic there. Again, still only has Master Sword, but he's got half magic with the Fire Rod, so that'll make it a little easier to take out Mothula.
Our runner's going to have to do Master Sword Ganon. Now, luckily, they have silver, but Master Sword Ganon is still a pain in the patootie, because you must use spin slashes to hit Ganon.
Gamercal deciding to check the pedestal. Finds out it's just the red nail, so he's probably not going to be going back for that either.
Yeah.
Now, for those who don't know, there's a little interesting programming here with Mothula. The spikes are designed to do butter sword damage, which if they had left that alone, it would have made Mothula too easy to kill. So they made Mothula invincible to the spikes. And that means if you accidentally hit Mothula into the spikes, he doesn't take damage from anything, which can make that fight really challenging.
Also, why they had to fix that in the randomizer, because if you got to Mothula with Butter Sword, you would not be able to damage him with the sword. So that was a fix the devs had to do for Rando.
Yeah, because in vanilla, you would never get to this dungeon by the time you hit before Butter Sword or after Butter Sword. You'd already be done with it. Because I believe you have to finish it just to get tempered.
That's correct. So, does Schwartz go from here? Are we going to see a double-chested /fat /body positivity fairy check?
Whatever you wish to call it.
Let's see the worst item to find here. No, I think mirror would be a great item.
Uh-oh!
And that's gonna be Kane! 20 years ago this month, actually.
I try to do that line sometimes when you're not here, but when you're here, I know to just step back and let you do your thing.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Also got my custom sub emote in the chat. There we go. That is the cane of Samaria, ladies and gentlemen.
I love it. I think it was Hiei or one of the other commentators actually played Kane's music when someone picked up their red
hat. That was awesome.
So Schwartz now making the play on Misery Meyer. Not going to check the Fat Fairy just yet.
Kind of 6 1 half dozen of the other because he has found the Cane of Samaria.
Yeah, it's not a bad call.
Complete this dungeon. He's got Fire Rod. He's got Ice Rod. He's got Master Sword. He's got Cane of Samaria. He can complete. He can complete both Misery Mire and Turtle Rock. He doesn't need anything else. He is in what is 90-ish% go mode right now, because we still don't know if the boots are going to be required for Ganon's Tower. High likelihood that he is in go mode, but we cannot confirm that he is at this point.
No, he's in Schrodinger's go mode at this point.
That's right, Schrodinger's go mode.
Though, if you want to laugh, one of the runs I commed in the secondary tournament recently had a small key on the torch, if I'm not, or no, big key, I think it was big key on the torch, but the boots were on the right side, one of the right side chests.
Oh, wow.
It was hilarious. Now gamercal also making the play on Meyer, so yeah, these two seem to be in kind of a sort of sync here.
Doing extremely well in this seed, and barring a miracle here, it looks like they're going to take this now. TripleZed and dragonc0 are not that far behind, so a major mistake, a death, a fall to Ganon could make the difference. Also, a left-right side gamble situation could also help, but both Schwartz and gamercal are rock solid, consistent, and the odds of that happening not too great. But this is randomizer, ladies and gentlemen. Anything can happen.
Indeed, indeed. And Schwartz finding the fire shield inside of Meyer, so nothing big yet. We're still looking for those boots. Question is that because they don't have those boots, but they have everything else they need, do they consider themselves in go mode, or do they still keep checking every chest to find those boots?
It's an interesting dichotomy here. In Misery Mire, I say you go ahead and check everything, because 9 times out of 10, you're going to check all but one chests in Misery Mire anyway. I know that's not statistically correct, but it certainly does feel like it. So in Misery Mire, I think you just go ahead and check all the chests. Turtle Rock, on the other hand, don't know.
Well, looks like Schwartz and gamercal are gonna 86 that idea, because I know for a fact they missed a few chests. I don't think they checked Vanilla Big Key, and
Correct.
they're off to Vitreous.
Can't blame them. Again, the odds of the boots being required at this point extremely low. So I do not blame them at all for this. Now it's interesting that Schwartz and gamercal are almost in sync here, but it's important to point out Schwartz has not completed Desert Palace yet.
No, he is not. So that means technically gamercal is in the lead of all of them. Though, again, he's not racing Schwartz, so that doesn't matter. He's at least in the lead in terms of facing TripleZed. And Schwartz is still in the lead against dragonc0.
And Dragon, just a second ago, 1 heart left when he killed Mothula. That's got to be a clinch factor right there.
Gotta love those clutch victories, right?
Yep. Schwartz taking out Vitreous with the silver arrows. It's just lovely when you get the chance to do that.
Yeah, and TripleZed, I don't think he finished Skull Woods, but he's going to Meyer. He does not realize the no. Oh, he's got the cane. No, he checked it. Never mind. It just our tracker didn't catch that.
That's all right. No, it's difficult
with the
four races at once.
Yeah, it's an honest mistake. It happens when you're having to track this much. So yeah, no disrespect there, guys. I probably wouldn't do much a better job. Big shout out to Sidariel, our tracker. He's doing the best he can, folks.
Absolutely. Normally we try to have 2 trackers for a 4-way race. So Sidariel is basically pulling double duty here and has done an outstanding job so far.
Also, my daughter has gotten some attention now for her little her own commentary behind me.
I'm 3,000 miles away from my daughters. I
I'm
think
sorry,
they're watching. I think they're watching right now, though. So, at any rate, back to the race. TripleZed heading on into Meyer. He will be able to complete it. gamercal certainly heading up to Turtle Rock, while Schwartz has to go back into Desert Palace so he can complete it.
This has been a pretty interesting race so far. It's going to be exciting to see once we get closer to the end here. Where are those boots hiding?
Yeah, I thought for a second there gamercal was about to get squirrel trolled, but he made it through just barely.
Dead Rocks, the official, what I call the unofficial mascots of the Link to the Past randomizer, because they are the biggest trolls you will ever find in this game.
Absolutely. You cannot have a race that somebody doesn't get squirrel locked. I know they're dead rocks, but they look like squirrels. Alright. Dragon doing a save and quit. Back out. He's got to go back into Skull. Get his Cane of Samaria.
Yep, he's going to regret that if he didn't get it. And Schwartz rushing right on through to Landmola. Shouldn't have too much trouble with his setup. So he's in good shape to keep his lead going at this point. And oh, Dragon, what are you doing? No, you don't go to Meyer. Don't go to Meyer.
He's going to Meyer. So as chat just pointed out, we've got Shovel in Turtle Rock.
Oh, jeez. Oh, wait. Dragon actually does have Cane, so he's good.
Oh, okay.
Again, with so much chaos going on, we can't keep track of who's got what.
But that would be amazing. As a matter of fact, it would be what I know chat and I would like to see is Boots at Dig Spot, Big Key on Torch.
Oh, that is cruel. I love it. Now, gamercal getting through the chain chomp room, never a fun room to deal with. Though. Even with red mail, those chain chomps can be a real pain. So, but thankfully he got through it without any trouble. Oh, and I think Nomad with the true troll there, Boots in Tile Room, key on Torch. right, so gamercal now making his way through Turtle Rock. Schwartz now right behind him, getting ready to enter as well. Nicely job there, using the blocks to block the bunny bean. Gets his key from the pokey. It's looking interesting so far. So we still don't know what secrets Turtle Rock truly has left to hide. We will find out soon. Hopefully he clears as much of it as he needs to get the big key and maybe the boots. It all depends on what rooms he decides to check. Will he check Mimic Cave? Will he check Laser Bridge? We do not know.
It looks like gamercal is go moding it. He did not check the vanilla big key location, but he is going left side here, so he will be checking the big chest. Not that you can really blame him. It's only a couple seconds longer, and plus, I mean, they're basically treating it as if they're in go mode.
It definitely seems that way.
There's only like a 5%, less than 5% chance that they aren't. So.
Yeah, and I just realized I mentioned Mimic Cave, but they can't check Mimic Cave because they don't have the mirror.
That is correct.
Though, wouldn't it be funny if that vanilla big key chest had the mirror? Check the roller cave. There's another small key. Still haven't found anything big yet aside from the shovel. And with them this close to gaining this tower, I would be amazed if they even bothered to check the dig spot.
The gamercal's just going straight out of here. Same thing with iamtheschwarz. Straight out here into Ganon's tower. They will know very quickly whether or not they need to go out and find the boots. And odds are they will exhaust all possibilities in Ganon's tower before exploring the overworld.
Yeah, once you're in Ganon's tower, you don't want to leave unless you know you have to. So they're going to try to avoid that fate as much as they can. And you can, yep, gamercal's got a key. He's going to skip Laser Bridge and go right on to Trinax.
Schwartz taking a death there to the Chain Chomps. Chain Chomps do more damage than any other enemy in the game other than Ganon himself.
gamercal gonna head into Trinax here. Now he's only got Master Sword, so if he might consider doing hammer strats on this. Nope, he's just gonna go. He's just gonna sword it.
He does have half magic and still has blue goo, so he's got green goo, so he's good to go.
Yeah, he's got nothing to worry about there. He's just gonna tank it. Not a bad call. Again, you know, if you think you're good enough, you can handle hammer strats, but if you know you're good, you'll play it safe. And right now, he's got a considerable enough lead. TripleZed just now heading into Turtle Rock himself. So gamercal doesn't have a huge lead, but he does have a significant one.
And one more hit here. There it goes.
Down goes the turtle snake.
That's right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. It is time. There are 22 possible locations in Ganon's tower where the big key could be. Put your guesses in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Last time, was I commentating with you, Shades, last time when I hit the nail on the head? Was it you?
I think you might have, yeah.
So, what am I gonna call this time? Shades, why don't you make the call?
I was already thinking about it. I'm thinking hookshot room, upper right chest.
Ice Armost upper right chest. We all want to see Torch. We all want to see Torch. But I gotta be realistic here.
Same with me.
If it's Torch, I think we will both lose our minds. As will the chat, but the runners really will.
Yeah, we just won't get to hear it until after the race is over, but oh, that's gonna hurt. gamercal gonna start right side, probably gonna do the Dark Magician strat, check the right side. If he gets a key, continue on. If not, check left. Gets the small key there. Chest number 2. The other 2 small keys, so he's good.
Going right. Gamercal says, I found 2 small keys. Yeah, I'm going right.
Makes sense to me.
Skip the tile room. Can't say you blame him.
Nobody likes the tile room, though. I will always remember the race I saw in the secondary tournament where one of the runners decided to just go for it, and it turns out tile room had the big key, so he got it early.
Relatively behind.
Actually, he was pretty far ahead at that point. So let's see. We're going to check this room here. Money. Das Boots!
Hey, there we go.
Well, any hopes of having to search for the torch even if it is on the torch, the dream of it being a troll is now gone.
Dream. Alright, well, but however, both of our choices are still alive here, Shades. So
yeah. And it looks like he's going to check your side first, because I think he's heading to the Ice Armos.
Probably a good play here. I'm confused as to what happened with iamtheschwarz. I have been watching gamercal too much.
Oh,
say hi to Bob, everybody. Hi, Bob.
Bye. And bye, Bob. He kills him. Actually, another Bob popped up.
Yeah, if you powder Bob, it switches to another person. The only way to destroy Bob is to get the item on Bob's torch.
Or kill all 3 anti-fairies.
Or all 3 anti-fairies, yeah. Alright, here we go. I said top right, Armos.
Vanilla!
Vanilla!
Is this even randomized?
This is, yeah, exactly. Well, I was close. Alright, on up. gamercal is... It is time for... Gauntlet, if I could... Man, my brain. I cannot brain today. I has the dumb, as my daughter Frostfur would say. It was 5 rupees on the, on Bob's chest, so...
You mean Bob's torch, but nonetheless.
Yeah.
Had to take the long way around because he doesn't have the mirror. I'm going to laugh. You know what? I'm calling it now. Mirror on validation chest. I'm calling it now. And I'm not the only one. Chat's agreeing with me. Mirror and validation chest.
That would be so fitting, considering the way this seed has gone.
Yes. And the question is will we even ever know? Because there's a good chance gamercal might skip it. Then again, considering he's only got Master Sword, he may continue to check a couple other chests to see if he can find at least Tempered.
Possible, alright. iamtheschwarz has taken out Trinex. Meanwhile, Dragon and Zed are both on their way. But it looks like this is almost certainly going to be a right side victory for our runners here today.
Yeah, it's looking that way. Both our right side runners have clearly taken the lead here, and it doesn't look like there's... Again, unless there's a egregious error on either of their parts, I don't see the other 2 catching up.
Cal is in the gauntlet. Thankful that at least the Master Sword will kill the blue horse heads in 1 hit. Using the fire rod for the others, that's the smart stuff right there. Nice spin dash. gamercal showed some fantastic execution for a Master Sword gauntlet. Very well done.
Gonna use the several arrows to quick kill Anmoas. 0 cycle, nicely done.
Remember how earlier I said gamercal's execution was pretty on point? If that gauntlet didn't prove me right, I don't know what else will.
Yeah, pretty much. And then taking out the skull robes, as I like to call them.
now has defeated Trinex. Dragon will be right behind him. These are both going to be really close races, and amongst all four runners, it's going to be really close races here. So, regardless of the winners, all four of our runners here have done a very, very nice job of making it through this game.
Indeed, this is why they are in the main tournament. No, nothing but love for our secondary tournament. There are also some great runners, but this main tournament, these are the best of the best, and they're proving why right now with this race, with how close it is.
Absolutely. Let's see, does gamercal check these chests? Yes, he does. You got to think he is looking for a bacon sword or a flaming Cheeto, whatever you want to call it. He's looking for a sword upgrade.
Doesn't find it, but gets a piece of heart that gets him a health refill.
Yep. Now, they're looking for the sword upgrade, not because they need it, but because it'd be really, really nice to have.
Yep, but not finding it. Gonna have to take on Trolldorm 2. So that means there's also the potential validation chest. Ooh, cutting it close there.
Would be awesome. Ooh, yeah, almost got trolled by Trolldorm. Gonna need one more spin.
There we go. More than likely now he will check the validation chest. What do we have to validate the run today? It is bombs.
Dark Magician. I swear, this has been a Dark Magician seed. All of the bombs that our runners have found in this race.
I'm telling you. Oh, man. I don't... and actually, TripleZed actually is checking the left side, so if there's anything over there, we're about to find out, because we didn't see that earlier while gamercal takes on Aga 2.
If anybody did not see Dark Magician's bombing reign of terror throughout Hyrule in the last tournament, it was entertaining.
I've seen that run. I saw how that went. That was hilarious.
I was commentating it. It was a joy.
Literally just dropping bombs at every NPC he could find along the way.
gamercal, very nice Aga 2 there. It looks like, again, barring a fall on Ganon, looks like gamercal will be the first of our four runners to complete. He will win his race against TripleZed. Schwarz looks like he's in good shape to win his race against Dragon. Here you're going to see Master Sword strats on Ganon. Swipes are not going to hurt Ganon at all. They must use spins, making the first two phases of the Ganon fight extremely dangerous, but they do have half magic plus the cape.
And so far, gamercal's not used any of his potions, so he has green goo, he's got blue goo, so he'll be able to keep his magic up when he needs it for the final phase.
In here, why gamercal wanted to find the flaming Cheeto, because if he did, he would not have to use any spin slashes here. He would probably be done with the first two phases of Ganon already if he had the bacon sword. TripleZed did find the bacon sword by going left side.
Oh! Taking it that butt has a fairy,
it's a fairy.
Not out yet.
Yes, Ganon hugs are the best hugs, boys and girls, and you are just now seeing why. And he says, "Here's my magic refill."
Just in time, because he's getting ready to enter the final phase. 4 silver arrows remain for this race.
Half magic, so he's not even going to worry about the torch glitch, I don't think.
Nope.
Now he's got to set up here.
I think he actually tried for the torch glitch there for a second, but couldn't quite get it off.
Yeah, why not, right? Considering where you are. Some bad positioning for Ganon here. He does get a double there. Very nice.
Oh, but takes a fall!
Oh, why?
And bear in mind, TripleZed does have Tempered Sword, according to our now info here. So if he takes another fall, TripleZed could steal this race. The chat calling commentators curse.
Yes, it's all my fault. Blame me. I did it on purpose.
So gamercal gonna have to start again. And like I said, TripleZed has Tempered Sword, so he can catch up very quickly here. And if he does, and if gamercal takes another fall or a death, that could be TripleZed's chance to steal this race. So this just got a lot more interesting.
Right. Why the late Yogi Berra said it best. It ain't over till it's over.
It ain't over until they dot done. That's what I always say.
That's right. Gamercal, though, look at this. Look at these Master Sword Ganon strats. Buttery smooth, even though he doesn't have the butter sword.
Yeah, that's the tricky part of having to use Master Sword strats, is that the knockback from doing that spin slash is pretty bad. So if you don't line yourself up right, you could knock yourself right off the ledge. And again, like you said, Ganon's hugs, the best hugs, and so you got to be careful with that.
And we did have a tracker reset. It's okay. TripleZed and gamercal are both in go mode, if you couldn't tell by the fact that they're in Ganon's tower.
This time I think gamercal did get the torch glitch. That takes care of that. Gamercal finishing off Ganon here. And he's going to enter the door here in just a moment. Very nicely done, gamercal. This was an amazing race for you. So let's get in there. And he finishes up with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 46 minutes, and 18 seconds. Nicely done.
These two gamercal. Well, TripleZed is not that far behind him, but that will be a loss for TripleZed. And iamtheschwarz here is finishing up Troll Dorm 2. He's going to begin his Aga 2 fight here momentarily. Looks like he will, barring, what we saw with gamercal, looks like he will win his race as well. But all four runners, fantastic performance here by all of them.
Yeah, the fact that all of them are, like, all three of our remaining runners are all in Ganon's tower at this point, that says a lot. And truth be told, dragonc0 still has a chance. Again, if he's a lot closer to Schwartz than TripleZed was to gamercal. So if Schwartz takes a fall, Dragon might be able to take it.
Nice done there. Got a double on Aga 2. Just barely missed first there. And boom, Aga 2 goes down for iamtheschwarz.
So Schwartz now going to take on the big pig.
Work barbecue time. Barbacoa. Whatever you want to call it.
And I believe gamercal will be joining us here in just a moment for a little chat as Schwartz goes to take on Ganon. Also using... It's interesting. Both of our lead runners had Master Sword, while the two runners behind them both have Tempered.
That was basically just came down to the left-right choice in Ganon's tower. Both of our runners on the right chose to go right side Ganon's tower. Both of our runners on the left chose to go left side Ganon's tower. And it was that decision
that was actually that decision that may have made the difference in our top race.
Very much so. gamercal joining us now. GG, man.
Oh, don't scare me like that. After all the good I did in that seed, to have that happen at the very end of it, oh my goodness.
I'm telling you, it was close.
Yeah, so gamercal, I'm just going to go ahead and let you know now. The chat is going to tell you to blame me because, well, yeah, I said, barring a fall or Ganon's hugs, gamercal has got this one done here, and so I just relished the fact that it was my fault and, gave them the maniacal laugh. just to prepare you for when you watch the VOD.
Oh, and I'm sure I'm going to watch this one as well. Oh my goodness. So I was feeling a bit hard done by in the middle of that seed with having nothing in Thieves Town, having last place possible hammer, thought I could cheat out some stuff in Tower, going up Tower of Hero and whatnot. Couldn't actually get up there. And then Titan's Mitt came out from Green Pendant. I was like, okay, so this isn't nearly as bad as I thought it was then, huh?
We were watching, and you got Green Pendant, and because of where everyone else had been, we knew that Sahasrahla was the last option for everybody.
I see. Okay.
And we were sitting here going, gamercal, just go to Sahasrahla, man. Just go to Sahasrahla, man. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, GG's to iamtheschwarz. He has defeated Ganon. See what happens when he walks up into the room. He completes it with his official SRL time of 1 hour, 50 minutes, 28 seconds. So congratulations to iamtheschwarz. He and gamercal both pick up victories in this double race. And between the two of them, we are looking at 4 minutes, 10 seconds difference. Very nicely done.
Considering the fall again with Master Sword, that's not bad. Good lord. I couldn't believe I found the boots on right side. I was going to fully commit to right side anyway, because I was thinking, I'll just use the cape and get through with that anyhow, no problem, right? I was going to commit to it anyway, but then I found the boots, and I was like, right, well, this just makes absolute sure then. I'm going this side, and it's going to be fine. That flute on the pyramid gave me the excuse to go and check all those out-of-the-way locations that I wasn't able to do at first, though, and yeah, I figured Green Pendant would probably be the best first one to check there, because I had that, I had Catfish, I checked Mushroom first, because that's easy enough. Trying to think Spike Cave was the other one I had at the time, because I did that straight afterwards, going up Death Mountain. Kind of convenient on that route, too, getting Quake up there, but...
So left side Ganon's tower had sword upgrade.
Oh, of course it did.
Yeah.
I'll take my boots though, thank you very much.
Yeah, indeed.
I'll happily have that.
Right now, TripleZed is fighting Ganon. He's on Silver Arrow. Almost got a triple there. I think he'll settle for the double. TripleZed is about to finish up. GG's to TripleZed. Meanwhile, Dragon is on Aga 2, so very close competition between all four of our runners, even though they were not competing all against each other.
Indeed,
TripleZed.
Finishing up. Sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah.
TripleZed
go ahead.
finishing up with an official SRL time, 1 hour, 52 minutes, and 30 seconds. GG, TripleZed, and he's getting ready to join us here in just a second as well. Oh, what a race!
What a race indeed. This was really good for me in the sense of it let me show off a lot of my tech in this one. Like, a lot of the bomb jumps, a lot of the dark room stuff at the start, that was really good. Easton went super well. Yeah, just a lot of sequence breaks and different tech to show, and worked out. Even in a couple of unorthodox farming locations, which is a bit interesting, but...
gamercal, what impressed me and what impressed the chat as well is, I believe it was you. Was it you that went through Eastern Palace swordless?
Yeah, I did that at the very start of the run. Yeah, that I got the bow in Kakariko, and then I pretty much went, right, okay, I'm comfortable enough doing this, let's just go. Hookshot helped a little bit, but that was more just to speed the dungeon up more than anything. So it's like, yeah, I'm comfortable with this, let's go. And yeah, it was a really good start to this seed, and then Hammer and Escape was a little bit awkward. That I wanted to go there, but I was thinking right, I know progress has to be in the castle, but maybe I can do more stuff in Death Mountain first and get that done. But it would have been smarter, I think, just to follow the progress there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined now as well by TripleZed. TripleZed, welcome and congratulations. Very, very nice performance to you. Unfortunately, not enough to beat our gamercal over here, who's also in the chat with us, but very, very nicely played by you as well.
Yeah, I thought he had, as soon as I had to dip back into Thieves Town, I was like, I don't think I'm in the lead here.
Yeah, I did fully commit to that and was feeling a bit hard done by at the time because there was nothing else in there. But then Titan's Mitt at Sahashala eventually was like, okay, that wasn't so bad after all.
Only a difference of 5 minutes, 12 seconds between the two of you. So
yeah, that's not bad.
6 minutes, 12 seconds. I'm sorry, I'm an attorney because I can't do math.
Yeah, so I see some people had boots. Where were those?
Right side GT. I did my usual get a key on that side, go right side. I got the boots. I was going to commit to going full way anyway, but I was like, right, well, I'm definitely doing this now. And I was like, I cannot believe this worked out. I actually opened the big chest too because I didn't have a third sword, so...
I opened it just because I figured people wouldn't be opening the big chest. And
right?
The announcers would want to see it. That's the only reason.
Exactly. Whoever opens the big chest, right?
Yeah, I got a
by the way, we should point out dragonc0 has finished up as well. Official SRL time 1 hour 55 minutes and 5 seconds. He's actually waiting to join us here, so let me go ahead and pull him in here real quick.
And what that says, ladies and gentlemen, is that with 4 runners playing the exact same seed, all 4 of the runners finished within 10 minutes of each other. Impressive play by all 4 of our runners. Doesn't matter that you were the last dragon. You performed much better than most people would. You definitely showed why you have made it into this tournament. So congratulations to all of you.
I forgot Sahashala, that was bad.
No.
And after that it was so linear, there was no time to make up anywhere, so yeah.
So wait, was I the first one to go there in the end then? Because it sounded like I was the first one to get there, despite...
I think you and Schwartz were pretty close to each other on finding it. I think, yeah, if it wasn't you, it was him, but that's how close it was.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, Sahashala was my final location, and I spent like a minute looking at the map, just figuring out where to go.
Yeah, I haven't had that in the tourney yet, but I was getting close to it. I had only really sort of satellite locations to go, super fringe stuff, Catfish, Spike Cave, stuff like that you really just don't want to go for. Never found Mirror in the end though. Nope. That was interesting.
I don't think any of you guys found Mirror. I'm calling it now. It's probably in Swamp because that was the one dungeon none of you checked.
Swamp is mirror locked.
Yeah, that's the point. You can't actually get there without the mirror.
Fair point. I forgot about that. So
maybe T-Rock.
Did anyone check Razor Bridge?
No, I don't think anyone did. That's probably where it's hiding in Laser Bridge.
Laser Bridge had a key and map and compass, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe there was a map or compass in the... No, that was a key. No.
Yeah, I think you guys only checked one chest at most in Laser Bridge, but you guys didn't check the full thing.
Yeah.
I also skipped one item in Mire.
Yeah, exactly, me too.
Yeah, there was one I skipped there too, because I got the big key pretty quickly, so... It's like, right, okay, just going. There's no point in me looking for a sword at this point. I mean, if I'm going to find one in GT, I'm going to find one. Yeah, I didn't find a sword, but I did find boots, so
did you enter
enough with that.
Did you enter GT with Fighter Sword or Master Sword?
No, I had Master Sword.
Okay.
The one in Palace of Darkness was the other one I picked up.
Yeah, Palace of Darkness and Ice Rod Cave.
Yes.
Those are the 2 I had.
Didn't have that before Easton, no.
Yeah.
Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, before we give the last word here
before we sign off, let me remind everybody that there is a ton of Legend of Zelda Link to the Past 2017 Randomizer Tournament coming your way here on the Speed Gaming family of YouTube channels. Right now, Hikatype versus Yukabonk is going on Speed Gaming 3. Then at 6 p.m. Eastern Time tonight, we've got Big Dunka versus Wild Anaconda 69 right here on Speed Gaming 2. At 10 o'clock p.m., we have ACMLM versus Jay Coper on Speed Gaming 3. So lots more action coming your way today, and we have 5 matches scheduled for tomorrow, and that is just in the primary tournament. The secondary tournament, much more matches scheduled for then as well. So if you are needing a rando fix, we are the place to be, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, just hearing some of the matches you're calling out there, they're going to be amazing. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I said YouTube, I meant Twitch. Did I say YouTube? I'm old. and past my bedtime, so forgive me.
It's okay. We love you anyway, Ryu.
Thank you, gamercal.
But if you guys enjoyed this race, please be sure to give all of our runners a follow here after this amazing race. You know, dragonc0, iamtheschwarz, TripleZed, and gamercal. Follow all of them on Twitch. Please also be sure to give a follow to our tracker, Sedariel, and of course myself and my co-commentator Phantom Ryu. All of us here to work our butts, and of course Feasel, our main man, always works his butt off to give you guys an amazing show. So definitely give all of us some love. You guys all deserve it. Absolutely.
I am not entirely certain Phil is me as much as he is here running the Speed Gaming family of Twitch channels. So, but yeah, Feasel makes a lot of this happen. He is always around. So before we sign off today, our runners have a little bit of a last word before we sign off and turn this over to something else. So, Dragon, what you got for us?
Not much. I enjoy being in the tourney, so I hope I can be in there for longer. Don't really have any shoutouts for anyone though. Thanks for hosting it, Feasel, and everyone in the Link to the Past community, the administrators, and everyone. Yeah, thanks.
TripleZed, off to you, sir.
No Willard, please. Next round.
What's the matter? What's the matter with Billy J. Brads?
I'd rather not. That's all.
Sorry.
And gamercal, the first place over here between our four.
Please do not scare me like that again. Seriously. I should have been less aggressive with it because I know on Master Sword it's a lot more difficult to actually, get the shots off, but I was feeling confident getting the double there. Went way too aggressive on it. Yeah, I am amazed that did not cost me, but still, GG, this was a really interesting seed to say the least. I mean, Fire Rod, Ice Palace, it's always fun when you can see something like that. And yeah, good luck in your next round.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up right after this, right here on Speed Gaming 2, don't click away, don't close that browser tab, because we have the Link to the Past Entrance Shuffle randomizer coming up next. So stay tuned. There's more randomizer action coming your way. A little bit different than what you may be used to, but very good stuff. So we will be turning this over to that team. And I am Phantom Ryu signing off. Thanks so much. Again, shout outs to Sedariel, our tracker. Shout outs to all of our runners. Amazing job by all of them. And for the absolute final word before we sign off, let me turn it to my commentary partner today, The Shades. Thank you, sir. Great job as always. I am Phantom Ryu signing off. Back to you, Shades, to close us out.
Thank you very much, and big thank you to you, Phantom Ryu. You've been a blast to work with as always. But of course, I'm the Shades, and I always like to say, rock on, guys!